Hello and welcome back to Rooted in the Seasons, where ancient wisdom meets modern life with a strong cup of tea, practical tools for real busy women. I'm Katja Patel, Ayurvedic diet and lifestyle educator, yoga teacher, and teacher mentor. I help women find more calm and clarity through small daily rituals, seasonal rhythm, and timeless wisdom that actually fits into real life. This podcast is part of a wider body of work I offer, including my Stress Less, Live More workshop, where we explore rhythm, nervous system support, and daily practices in a deeper and more structured way. Today, I want to talk about something many women feel, but are not always able to pin it down or articulate it. Can I ask you something? Have you ever noticed that from the outside, your life looks good? And yet inside, you feel drained more often than energized. You're holding together family, work, friendships, and responsibilities. You chose this life, you value it, and still there's an underlying depletion, a slight irritability, a sense of being stretched. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. This episode is for you if you love your life and yet you don't always feel good inside it. And you don't need to change anything. Just stay here with me. We often assume the reason that we feel this way is because we are doing too much. Too much mental load, too many commitments, but this is something I see very often. Sometimes it's not the workload, but it's the rhythm of the days. And this is where things start to connect. For thousands of years, we humans lived within a rhythm, waking with a light, eating regular meals, resting after dark, working with the seasons. Our nervous system relaxes in predictability. And here's something important. With all the many complex tasks the nervous system performs, when it comes to interacting with the outside world, it focuses on one primary task, keeping us safe. Safety, predictability signals safety. Not a rigid schedule, not perfection, but a rhythm the body can trust. Now, here's something interesting. In the last 50 years or so, something shifted dramatically. We eat whenever we want. We work late into the night. We scroll in bed. We drink coffee before we're properly awake. And culturally, we call that freedom. But biologically, our nervous system still thrives on rhythm. It settles when the day follows a recognizable pattern. It functions best when timing is as consistent as it can be. Think rhythm, not rules. Let me pause here for a moment. This isn't about feeling calm. or not just about it. Our hormones, digestion, and metabolism follow a predictable 24-hour pattern. Cortisol rises naturally in the morning. Digestive enzymes peak around midday. Melatonin increases after dark. So these rhythms coordinate our energy, mood, appetite, and sleep. When food, light exposure, and activity follow consistent timing, regulation becomes smoother. When timing becomes irregular, regulation requires often more effort. And you might notice your body responding in subtle ways. For some people, this shows up as bloating or cravings. For others, it feels more like wired but tired evenings or morning sluggishness. It's nothing traumatic, just persistent. And this persistence slowly drains your energy. Before we go further, there's something simple and practical. Take the first 5 minutes of your morning. If the very first thing your body receives is a cup of black coffee, it notices stimulation. It also registers dryness for the tissues. If the first thing receives is nourishment, it registers support. That might be 3 soaked almonds, a cup of warm spiced milk, hot water before the coffee, or simply sitting quietly and looking at the day ahead. When you take 5 minutes to mentally walk through your day, meetings, deadlines, school run, your system relaxes. It knows what's coming. Consistency matters more than intensity. And this brings us to the evening. When we move from activity straight into bed, the body doesn't fully unwind. Small rituals create closure. Writing tomorrow's to-do list, a light journaling, a few slow breaths, gentle stretches, reducing stimulation before bed. When the body feels completion, sleep becomes more restorative. And restorative sleep stabilizes digestion, hormones, mood, and resilience for the next day. Small, steady changes matter. I've been in that very same place for years. I had a life I wanted, meaningful work, family, and yet often I felt stressed, stretched, and irritable. And although I knew both Ayurveda and yoga, the consistency wasn't always there. What shifted things wasn't more knowledge, it was shaping my rhythm slowly, experimenting with different rhythms until my nervous system genuinely relaxed. Now, even when life becomes busy or throws curveballs, my system feels steadier. And that changes everything. Maybe stress isn't always about doing too much. Maybe it's about how fragmented our days have become. The body keeps adapting, and adaptation uses energy. This isn't about adding more, It's about shaping rhythm. And if you're thinking, this sounds great, but I struggle with consistency, you're definitely not alone. This is exactly why I created the Stress Less the Rhythm workshop. It's a space to figure this out together. We explore digestion, hormones, sleep, and nervous system rhythm in a structured way. So you don't have to do this on your own. If this resonates, pause and ask yourself, where in my day do I feel supported? Where do I feel scattered? So if you remember one thing from today, your nervous system thrives on a rhythm. Your digestion and hormones follow daily cycles. Small, consistent time shifts can change how you experience your life. And again, it doesn't need to be complicated. One small step is enough. You don't need a different life. You may simply need a rhythm your body can relax into. Thank you so much for listening to Rooted in the Seasons. If you enjoyed this episode, you can subscribe or follow Rooted in the Seasons on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. That way, new episodes land automatically for you. And if you like more support between episodes, you can download my free guide, my 5 quick Ayurvedic fixes from scattered to steady, and join my Sunday Read newsletter. You'll find all the links in the show notes. And if something in today's episode resonated, I genuinely love to hear from you. You can connect with me on Substack, or even better, just drop me an email. I always read and answer them. Until next time, stay rooted in this season. Thank you.